All right, the time now is 11:59. Okay, or rather 10:59, about to be 11. So today is a late start, and I actually had to restore my streak because I submitted I submitted this at 7 a.m. in the morning, and it was way too early, so they didn't capture for 20th. Okay, so today we'll be working on I think I'll finish off think I'll be finishing off trying some intervals. Let's try meeting rooms. I've never done intervals before. So let's see what's an interval. Given an array of meeting time interval objects consisting of start and end times, okay. Start one, okay, end one, okay, I think I've seen this before. Where start is less than end. Determine if a person could add all meetings to their schedule without any conflicts. So start time, end time. This is false. Okay. 0 and 30 and 5 and 10 conflict. Okay. 5 and 8, 9, this is true. Okay, let's see. Can be up to 1 million intervals. Oh, sorry. The timing can be up to 1 million. So it's array and sorting. You should aim for a solution with O log n time and O and space. Okay. So we will have to sort this by the start time, I believe. Yes, I believe the sorting must be done in terms of the start time because if not, the it wouldn't make sense to do the end time because the largest ending time you have to sort by the start time because if let's say I start at 0 and the next one starts at 5, right? I have to make sure the first one ends before 5. So I guess that's it. So sorted intervals. So if intervals, so this is the base. Oh, been a while since I've done this and it's quite late at night. Today I spent the whole day revising my what's that thing called? My script and story for my company and my role there as a developer. Okay, so edge case. Only one interval confirmed true. So if interval stop length goes to 1, where they said it can be 0, 0 or interval stop length goes to 1, turn true. So const dotted intervals will be equals to intervals dot sort, and then I'll do A, B, return. Uh, I want okay, let's do A 0 minus B 0. So it's in ascending order. So I'll console dot log sorted intervals, and then we'll return true. So let's take a look. I get start. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me do the other way around. See if my sorting is even done correctly. Nope, I have to do something different. So interval A dot start. See what the data is like. And let's go. Okay. So now it's in ascending order, so we can go back to start. Start. Okay. So I just need to run a check. So the time complexity of sort is n log n. Then space is O n. And then all I need to do is check if iterate and check if the ending conflicts with start time of previous. So const start 0, sorry, let start equals 0. Next is equals to, so for while next is less than interval stop length, I'll iterate through and I will check if next dot start is less than, strictly less than, strictly less than. If you start earlier than start dot start, then I will turn false. So I run. Wait, sorry, I want to iterate. I will do start equals the next plus plus. Sorry. True. Start dot end. My bad. Oh no. So let's just check. Console.log next.start start.end. Oh, my mouse died. Oh, what am I doing? I need to do uh intervals. Oh man, my brain's hella rusty, man. Okay, perfect. So this is a pretty simple question. Let's go to the next one, meeting room 2. So given an array of meeting time interval objects consisting of the same thing, find the minimum number of rooms required to schedule all meetings without conflicts. Okay, so this is not a conflict. So this is a question where you leverage the same topic as meeting rooms, but each time you find a conflict, right, you put it onto another day. So I believe there needs to be some sorting again. So again, if intervals dot length is equals to 0 or intervals dot length is equals to 1, we will return 1. Because by default, if there's no meetings, right, you can just do everything in one day. So you can technically return. Technically, you don't even need a meeting room. Okay, we'll see how it goes. If the test case fails, then we will go and return intervals dot length. Okay, but for now we'll just say 1 minimum. We will return 1. So what we want to do, right, is to sort the intervals first. And if let's say we will iterate through. So we will store an array of intervals for each room. So in a sense, you will have something like so we'll just take a look at this example. Example is this. We'll do an array of the first one being 0, 40. 0, 40. Then we'll do another day of like an array of like something like this. Then we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So just keep appending. I think this idea is pretty simple as well, but then again, I don't know whether it's correct. So I'll just make sure that I'm recording. Yes, I am. And then we'll just iterate through. So oops, const, oops, const sorted intervals equals to intervals dot sort A, B. Then we'll do uh A dot start, sorry, A dot start minus B dot start. I mean, for sanity check, I'll just console log, okay? I'll just do the ending. I'll do the ending time. I'll do the ending time. The ending time makes more sense. Sorted intervals, earn 1. So I'll just run. So the ending time is okay. So that's good. Close this first. Change to start. Perfect. So now, just iterate through. So const, let start equals 0. And now we just need start equals 0 lah, since we've been using that for the longest time. So while max is less than intervals dot length, I will create an array. So meeting room schedules. So we will do const, what's that thing called? Okay, const current the array current interval is equals to uh intervals start. Okay, so I will look at the current one and oh, let me just do a meeting room schedules dot append. If not append is Python. Oh my god. I was doing the Python the Python question earlier because of my other interview. Okay, I'm back to JavaScript. So we want to set the basically the first interval to be inside the meeting room schedule. And then we will call this dot log meeting room schedules. All right, now run. So the interval is just 1. Okay, good, good. Maybe instead of doing that, I'll do this. Okay, I want an array. Yes, it's an array of arrays. Great. Then I will do the iteration now. Maybe I don't even need I. I can just check. Yes, okay. So I plus plus. Okay. Now, while I less than intervals dot length, I will run through. I'll do a plus plus I at the end. This is a neat trick that I learned from competitive programmers. I don't even know whether it's applicable in JavaScript, but I'll just do it because I believe in it. Okay, so while I is less than intervals dot length, I want to say const current interval is equals to intervals I. Okay, so now I got a current interval. Then I will check for meeting for const schedule in meeting room schedules. I will check if how do I do it? Okay, I want it to be like a linked list. So perhaps I will do if the last element, use last element as reference, it will be the latest. So I'm going to use it as a linked list. So in this case, if let's say you see, right, I will be checking the 20 instead of 10 because it doesn't make sense to check 10, right? Unless they want to slot it. But right now it's sorted. So I have the so-called, I can guarantee that there will be nothing that starts before 15 if 15 is already in here. Does that make sense? Cool? Yeah. So you see, I'm kind of dumb. I have to use sorted intervals instead of normal intervals. Those sorted intervals. And maybe I'll just take a look. Do I have any other intervals? Yeah, sorted intervals. Okay. Array is sorted. So right now what we want to do, right, is current if the start of if current interval dot start is uh greater than or equals to schedule dot length minus 1, which is the last one. I mean, let's write down const last interval in schedule. Right. So I will do schedule dot length minus 1 greater than last. Maybe just not last, we do latest. Latest, oh man. The other editor has autocomplete. No, I kind of missed that, man. Code doesn't really need to have autocomplete. So if this is greater than or equals to, we can push. Can do a schedule dot push schedule dot push schedule dot push. Okay. The what's that? Current interval, and then we will break. So at this point, you want to exit only at once. Okay. Else, I don't do anything. And then if let's say I gone through all the schedules existing, none fit, I'll add a new one. I'll do meeting room schedules dot push current interval. Okay. Then after that, I want a console dot log meeting room schedules. All right. So let's run. Hopefully the code runs. Schedule dot push. Oops. It's not a function. Let me just console.log what schedules is. Yeah, can't spell. Meeting. Hold up. So console.log meeting room schedules. So I get an array of array. Oh, it's off. Oh, my days. Cool. And this does not look right. Hold up. Let me delete this. Let me run it. Should get array, array, array. So by default, it means that I'm always reaching here, right? So Because I only add once. Hmm. Okay, let me check. Greater than, oh my God. Let's check it again. Oof, perfect. So now we have this. We just need to make sure that when it comes out the loop, it doesn't create a new one. So at this point, after I break out the for loop, right, I need to, so there needs to be a fit. Let and fit equals to false, none fit. So over here, I want to do and fit equals to true. So this is just a flag to prevent duplicates. Okay, so now what I want to do is if and fit break, right? So this one goes down, and then we just console log again, and then we just return meeting room schedules dot length. Oh, damn. Then just do, so this is correct. So our suspicion just now was correct. If the length is 0, there is no need. Sorry, we'll hold up. All right, so it's a massive test case. Okay, we will console.log and see what happens. Room schedules. Love this. Oh no, I don't break. Oh my God, why did I break it? If can't fit, then I will do a. Uh-oh, I am dumb. I could have gotten this right. Okay, so let's run it. Perfect. Let me just remove this. Yeah! Hold up. Let me check the analyze the complexity. Okay, so let me just go through what I have. It's pretty brute forcey. Basically, I mean, not the best. I mean, only beat 88% of people. So I believe there is a way better runtime. Oh, I'm pretty close to the runtime. Okay, so this is obviously n log n, right? So while I less than this one is on, this loop itself is on, the current interval will get it, and then it can fit. So for const schedule of meeting room, so there are multiple schedules, all right? And each schedule we will check just once. So this is definitely going to be worst case scenario. There's going to be all the schedules that can't fit. They will have to go through different dates, right? If they all start at the same time. So we will just, I believe that there is a more elegant solution, but this is pretty simple, right? We will check the last element and then we will only, if let's say the start can fit, we will just push it in and then set the can fit. So now I'm just gonna, I mean, we didn't even check any hints, right? I'm gonna look at the ideal solution. So, so let's see. So create an empty list time to store events for each meeting interval at start +1 and -1. Meeting ends, free a room. Okay. Sort time primarily by time. So let's see. The greedy algorithm has a, okay. I think mine is the brute force. Right. Okay, we sort. And then min heap is equals to new min priority queue. You can do this. Hold up. Mean priority queue. Hmm, this is crazy. So sort all the meetings by their start time. Initialize an empty min heap to store the meeting n times. Okay. Iterate through each meeting in sorted order by start time. Okay. If the heap is not empty and the earliest end time is less than equivalent, pop top reuse that room. Push the current meeting's end time into the heap to occupy a room after processing. Okay. Isn't this basically what I did? Okay. Alright, all this is too complex, man. Alright, last try. Just gonna submit again. Somehow I beat everyone again. Okay, screw this. You know what? I'm a god. I'm just gonna take this. So one easy, one medium done for medium meeting rooms. And let me just take a look at like insert interval. Today we'll just work on intervals, alright? So there's been a very strong pattern of me doing one easy, smoking it, doing one medium, smoking it, and then getting utterly destroyed by the second medium. Great, let's take a look. So the time now is 11:26. It's clear that in 26 minutes, I've gone through two questions seamlessly. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. You are given an array of non-overlapping intervals with intervals start end, okay? Representing a start end time or I interval, blah, 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 blah. You're giving a new interval, start end. Insert new interval into interval such that the intervals is still sorted in ascending order by start I and also intervals does not have any overlapping. You may merge the overlapping intervals if needed. I don't understand. 1, 3, 4, 6. New interval is 2 and 5. So this means that the output is just 1 and 6. Hmm. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. And I need to insert 6, 7. This works. Okay, let's see. Time complexity ON. Okay, there's no need to sort because right now is a non-overlapping. Hmm. Okay. Easy. Easy money. ON time O1 space. Let's do it. Okay, let's sit down and think. I will iterate until I find the starting point. And then I will check the next element if I need to merge. Is that the case? Iterate until I find starting point. This is when new interval dot start is equal is new interval dot start is greater than interval dot start and less than equals to interval dot end. Okay. Then I will need to see where this guy ends. No, iterate until I find the start point. Okay, so this is not done. So start point is actually equals to two scenarios. There is overlap and no overlap. So in the event that if if I iterate until the new dot start is greater than current dot end and new dot start is less than next dot start. So in this case, 6 new dot end. So I need 2 pointers. So new dot start is smaller than 3, 5, but new dot end is smaller. Then this one will just slot in start 2. So this is 1, 2. So if new dot start is greater than current dot start and new dot start is less than current dot end, then we will need to merge. Then start to count. So we need to iterate. New dot end, if iterate to wow, new dot end is, so if let's say in this scenario, new dot start is greater than this, but less than this, okay? So this is where I need to merge. Then I need to check. New dot end, is it uh less than next dot start? Only merge one guy. With cur index start to, else propagate, else iterate. Then after I finish the while loop, right, then merge all the way until uh next dot end. Okay. So I think this guy can be deleted. So let's try. So let cur equals to 0, next is equals to 1. Okay, we'll iterate. So wow. Next. So I get the intervals. I got O1 space, right? I need, yeah. So O1 space. On time. So this implies one pass cannot recreate data structure. Okay. So while next is less than intervals dot length. Okay, we'll open this up and then we'll just return intervals. So what I want to do is I will check cur interval is equals to intervals cur. Const next interval is equals to intervals next. Okay, so now I need to check if new dots, sorry, if new interval dot start is greater than uh the current interval dot end, then I can and dot end is less than, hold on, or is greater than and strictly less than next interval dot start, then I will slot in. So, so how to insert element in array in JavaScript. I need to splice. So intervals dot splice cur. So if let's say, let me check. So I'll get apple banana. So I'll insert it at index 1. So in this case, I want to insert it at index 1. So I use the new interval. I'll use next 0 and new interval. And then break. Okay. Next. Next up, I will be checking start to. So it's a very unfortunate case. But the good thing is that by just returning intervals as it is, right, we don't need to console log much. So there won't be much, don't need to do much to debug later on. So if new interval dot start is greater than current interval dot start, and new interval dot start is less than current is greater than the start, right? So if it's not greater than the start, right, there is no need to look at it, right? So actually I need to combine it. If new interval dot start greater than current, so if I put if it's less than uh current, this is a good one. Then if it's strictly less than, right? Less than. Hmm, Okay, never mind. We don't think so far ahead. Right. So if new interval dot start is greater than current interval dot start, and new interval dot start is less than the current interval dot end, need to merge. I'm pretty sure I'm not considering some edge cases. Oh wait, I think it's more than equals. So more than equals, then you need to merge. Less than equals. Actually, if it's more than if it's equal to start, you have to merge. If it's more than, but then it's less than equal to the end, you also have to merge. Consider the equal cases as well. Okay, so two cases, right? So wow. So we don't move start. Don't move right. Oh, oh. Okay. Only next. So while new interval dot end is less than next dot start. So it's less than the next starting point. Is greater than the start. So must be greater than the start. Greater than equals to start. I will move. So next plus plus. Okay. So hold up. I need to let iterated next equals to intervals wait, hold up. This is very basic. I think my brain is farting. Because if I iterate next, right, doesn't change anything. Next dot start. I can't do next dot start. I have to do let next is equals to intervals let next interval iterated next is equals to intervals dot next. Okay, then greater than equals to iterated next. I will do plus plus iterated next. I just do this. Do is equals to plus plus next. Intervals plus plus next. Okay, then I will do intervals dot splice. Okay, then I need to update new interval const. Yeah, interval. What the hell is interval? Const new interval. Const updated. New interval is equals to math dot min. I'll do uh should be current dot start or start math dot max next uh iterated next dot end or interval dot end, right? Then I'll do current next minus current and new updated new interval, and then start. Infinite loop. Okay. Okay, wait, I forgot to do it. Next plus plus. Hmm. So, hold up. There is only one test case. Wow. Hold up. Am I console.log here? Or do I need to do intervals equals to? Oh, it's not even entering that. New interval dot start greater than new interval dot start less than. No, it won't. It will just go next plus plus. I know console. Oh man, the curse is coming. Interval. One. Oh, whoops. Burn equals to next. Wait a minute. So new interval dot start is greater than current interval dot end. So interval dot start current interval dot end console dot log new interval dot end next interval dot start. Oh my God. Is it because the end and start is just do 0, 1, 1, 0? Okay. Okay, you know what? Const start index 0 and index 1. So I think it might work. I just instead of this, I do start index. Please give me autocorrect then. Autofill. And index start. Oh, sorry, start index. Okay, so I'm just gonna define. So it says here, and then my output is equals to, hold up, start from here, delete count, removes element, inserts new one in their place. So let me just break. Perfect. Okay, so splice works. Okay, so the idea is there. Okay, great. So splice is in place. Then the next one, I think we have to work on this. I think it should work. Start. Vex. And start Vex. And Vex. It's pissing me off, man. New n is more greater than equals to start Vex. Start index. Start index. Then we do and index. Just now that one was way better, man. I believe they have different ways of doing things. Cannot read properties of undefined. Reading 0. Start index. Shit. That's a damage. Okay, so cannot read properties of undefined. So there must probably be some off by one errors. There's no mix plus one, mix plus plus. It's at line 42. Okay, let me think about it. So, only move next. Let me just console. Huh? And next, less than intervals dot length. Okay, maybe I need to do this. One. Eh? Okay. So can only iterate. So I found something new. Can only iterate until uh next less than intervals dot length minus one, so that you can push forward by one, not out of bounds. Right. So iterated next. Okay. So start index. So I think I need to console.log per start index is undefined because it's not cur, it's intervals cur. I can call it cur per interval 1 6, and then I'll do uh start at cur, remove next characters, splice right is the delete count is next. So I start from here, delete number of elements. So next is how much? And do a break here. Interval, splice. Wait a minute. Console.log. Next. Next is 1. Why can't I delete 1? Oh, wait. Why is it plus 1? So I start from the index that I want to merge from. I need to delete. Next is 1 character. Right. But in this case, I'm starting from index 0. Need to delete how many items I'm merging. So it's current plus next plus 1. No. It cannot be current. Plus 1. Deleting. Huh? Oh, delete. New. Delete. Current also. Okay. So let me use this test case. So 1 and 3 only merges. Only 2 and 5 merges with 1 and 3. So I gotta change this function. So if the new interval start is greater than or equals to the current, I mean this makes sense, right? New interval start 1 is greater than or equals to 1. Sorry, 2 is greater than or equals to 1 and uh 2 smaller than the n. So I have to merge this. Right. So let iterated next is equals to intervals dot next, which is this. Then new interval n. Then I probably will break this. Okay. Then okay. So I think the update new interval need to check if it includes next iterated next. So uh if iterated next the start index is less than equals to uh the ending of the new interval and index, then we do loops else. So this chunk we'll put it here, right? So else I need to do intervals next minus 1 and index. Yeah, let's update the interval and delete counter. Delete count corrector goes to uh 1. Okay. So if it includes, then I will delete. Okay. Else I will set delete count corrector is equals to 0. Okay. Then I'll do this, and then I will do delete count corrector. And then I'll run and then it will break. Wait a minute. So need to console the count correct. Prints out 0, which means that it's here. Doesn't include, right? Doesn't, which is correct, right? So it will iterate until here. So I guess slot in is okay. Count is 1, includes. Hmm. Hmm. Let me think. I believe it's an off by one error. Right. Let's do one. Next. Next is 4. So I start from here. Current. I'll do current next. Current is 1. So start from index 1. I'll delete 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, this case is 0, right? Hmm. Yeah, wait. That's because I inserted at 0, 1 element to the right. And then they will iterate there. Oh, it's next minus per. Ah, shit. Okay, I don't need this anymore. So the number of items to delete is actually equals to next minus current plus the count character. Next minus current counts the gap. Okay. Fonts num items to place to merge. To merge plus delete count character. And then we just do a number of items to merge. Okay, beautiful. So this is actually an edge case. So if intervals dot length is equals to 0, return new interval. Okay, so what is this? Interval, new interval, it should be 1, 7. the edge case. Another edge case. Intervals dot length is equals to 1. Check if need merge, else append slot. So if intervals 0 dot start is if the ending, okay, never mind. If interval 0 dot end is less strictly less than new interval dot start. Can't use dot end and dot start. Start index. Interval and index. Start index. Or intervals start index is greater than new interval and index. Then we can just slot it in. Just slot in. Let's do intervals dot and dot push new interval dot sort by start time. Let's start by start time. So I do start index minus b start index. Okay, else merge. Math dot min equals 0 start index comma new interval start index math max intervals and index new interval and index. Interval 0 start index. How is this wrong? Okay, let's finish this and go to bed. Interval start index, interval start index. What is it like that? Let's put bonds min bonds max is equals to I'll just Oh, index console.log text min max should be 7. Don't get how this does not work. Yeah, why? Oh, how wait, what? What? Do interview intervals dot splice. I need to splice intervals dot splice. Starting from 0, 1, then add in point. Why is it? Wait a minute. I don't get it. Min max. Return intervals. If I do this, does it make sense? Holy. I don't even know if this. No function. Oh, I cannot. I need to do intervals dot splice. Dot splice. Let me do 0, 0. Hmm. New interval. Then we return intervals. Yes, fuck, bro. Okay. If new interval Okay, this one really not, so I'll close this. So new interval, start index. Start index is less than the end index. Maybe I don't even need this line. If I run, okay, the vol should be, what is it, 0.5? Hmm. So this one should pop at the beginning. Slot in. So there are a lot of cases where you can slot in. Oh. So this is one case. Or, right, I can do another case where new interval and index is less than. So if the start is greater than the end, and the end is greater than the next one start, then I can slot it in. Else, I have the assumption that uh I have the assumption that start is smaller than equals to the end. Interval start index. Hey, wait, can't do this. Edge. First element. If her equals to 0, then I will check. And new interval and x is less than her interval start index. I'll just do intervals dot splice 0, 0, new interval break. Last test case, last test case. Wait, what the fuck? And last. Right. Or per equals to intervals dot length else if length, that's one. New interval less than is greater than, then we will do intervals dot splice, intervals dot length. Hmm. Oh wait, I need a break. Oh, what we do is next. Uh, I'm done. So many edge cases to do. Okay, so the curse continues. We have to do two edge cases check. Edge case. Interval, no current intervals. New interval. This is trivial. Edge case. One existing interval. Either merge, slot plus sort. It's like O2 time, O2 time. So you merge and you slot and it's sorted in a. So you check if you need to merge. So merge means it's if let's say you don't need to merge means the ending is less than the ending of the first of the only interval is less than the start, or the start is greater than the ending. Sorry, the ending of the first interval is less than the new one start, or the start of the new one is greater than. So whatever is in between, you have to merge. So merge, you just find the minimum, you have to use splice. Okay, so the key is to use splice. Splice. And then for the next part, I will iterate until I find the point. So uh there are a couple of edge cases. So the first edge case, I mean this algorithm still so holds true most of the time. Edge case, first element and last element are the ones that we want to look at. If let's say we need to insert before, and or insert after. So these two are usually not uh accounted for, because if it's before the first element, I have to I think I can oh, actually the edge case I can write outside. Don't put inside. What am I doing? Right. So I can do it like this. So if intervals 0, so edge cases insert before the first element. So your new intervals n index is less than the first element start index. I will do a splice and then I'll return intervals. Okay. Else, if I mean, I can just do an if. Next, I don't need this. I can just do intervals. Intervals dot length minus 1. So if the start is greater, I can just splice and then I'll just return intervals. Right. So this algorithm still holds true. If the new interval start is greater than the current intervals end and the new interval, so this is just uh slotting in between. In between. Okay. Then this one is accounting for if need to merge. Consider equal cases as well. All right. So if I submit this, it should still pass. Perfect. In the memory one, I don't really. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just keep retrying. Okay, so dash cases covered. Okay, then if I need to slot in between, this is pretty straightforward. Just use splice. So if you need to merge, you consider the equal cases. So the new interval start is less than or equals to the current interval's end. Right. So it's definitely going to be bigger than the start. If not, you won't move on, right? And then iterated next. So just now there was a test case. Yeah. So my brain is fried, man. So iterated next is actually how you move just the next pointer without moving the iterated. I mean, without moving current, because you want to see how much of the sliding window you want to merge. So sliding window, and then can only iterate until next is less than intervals dot length, so you can push forward by 1. So new interval n index is greater than equal to iterator next start index, and then next is less than this, and then you can just plus. Okay, update next, update new interval, need to check if it includes iterated next. So new interval will instantiate two new variables, updated new interval and delete count corrector. So this one I'll explain why we need this. So if the iterated next start index, right, is less than or equal to the new intervals n index, so iterated next, the start, right, of the element where you stop is less than new intervals ending, you need to delete that as well. So you will include that. So by default, it's already included. So later you will see why. Else you don't need that, you will set it to 0 because that one is a separate entity, you don't want to remove that. So we'll count the gap. The gap to merge will be number of items to merge. It is next, index of next minus the current to get a window. And then you need to add the delete count corrector for the next one because you stop there, but you don't know whether to include it or not. And then you just use splice again, and then you break out the loop. Else you just traverse through. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the progress so far. I did 3 questions today. Meeting rooms 2, and insert interval. Good night.